welcome to the Gamers Table. It is Monday, and we're reviewing Cape Horn.
Yeah, make sure you pronounce that properly.
And you all know the joke.
Yeah, we're going into this with big grins on our faces already.
It's a game about racing sailing boats.
Ooh, random tile collection. In 1852 and 1853, a group of daring captains raced their clipper ships from New York to San Francisco. Cape Horn captures the most challenging part of that race, the approach and rounding of the Cape. The players, like the captains of a century and a half ago, will need their wits in their struggle against the constantly changing winds in the vicinity of the Cape. By placing the small wind cards on the board, the players determine how the winds blow in the area. Players must choose when to place cards to aid themselves and when to hinder others. The winner will be the player who best manages the wind while rounding the treacherous Cape Horn.
There's a lot of player interactivity in Cape Horn. It's a lot of fun being able to just really mess around with the other players. That's the big key in it. It's essentially a racing game. You're trying to get to the destination or get to all the markers first. Every player starts off on a spot up there. That just got turned away.
Argentina and Chile.
Yeah, okay.
See, Cape Horn.
Cape
Horn. Cape Horn.
Your little wooden sailboats.
Yay, little wooden sailboats and tiles! My favorite thing!
Oh yes, you love tiles.
Ooh, random tile collection.
But you all start on wind tiles. Wind tiles. And they all have different directions and different numbers on them. So on this one, you could either move forward to, diagonally to, or to the right to.
The board and the parts are nothing special to look at, but it's just simple.
The board has got divided in three different colors, and that only determines how you place your wind tiles. So on this one, you put the dark end of the wind tile towards the top of the board. Over here you want it towards that end of the board, and then at the bottom of the board. If you can get around the innuendo, what Cape Horn sounds like, and yes, it is actually a very fun, good game. So your turn, you gain a sail point, and the sail points allow you to do special, to break the rules in certain ways in order to just move to an adjacent space. So you add one sail point, you place any number of your wind cards. The only rule of placing the wind cards is you have to actually place them adjacent to each other. You can't just all of a sudden place
no
one
skipping
there,
spots, no.
which makes you end up having to spend extra wind tiles just to get to where you actually want it to be.
Right.
But it's adjacent to any other wind tile, right? Not just yours.
Right.
Any tile.
Any tile.
So you can easily mess somebody else up.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's why Chris likes this game. He can mess people up.
And then you got your logbook for it. You can grab a token for each of the 3 nautical stations. So you can win the game by getting 3 nautical stations, 3 different colored nautical stations, or getting 2 and then actually getting off the board there.
What can I say about Cape Horn? I don't really like the game all that much. It's a game that I will play, but it certainly isn't, as Ken says, well, it's not my favorite game.
So the goal is to acquire 2 different colored station tokens from 2 different zones, and then be the first to cross the finish line. Now notice the yellow, blue, and pink areas are not actually the zones. The zones are determined by the 3 groups of colored
Stars.
markers.
Compass indicators.
Compass indicator. Okay. It's fun. It's alright. Not a great game. So how about the score?
I give Cape Horn an 8. I like the player interaction. That's the biggest thing about this game for me, is the player interaction. The way you can place a wind tile to make the other person go in circles or make them waste their sail points to avoid it. That's fun.
It's not a bad game. It's kind of fun. Not something I'd rather like to play often. I'll give it a 6.5. I'm not a big fan of it. It's still alright. I'll play it. I got no problem playing it, but I'm not a big fan.
Ooh, random tile collection.
Yeah, but they don't even show New York, San Francisco. They only show Cape Horn, and that's it.
Because that was the
That
most
was
challenging
it.
part of the
It
race.
was like
Yes.
big deal. Okay, they're going from New York, but yeah, well, we're just going to show this little tip of the game. That's it.
RTFM.
What?
Anyway, back to the numbers. I'm also going to give this one a 6.
Also? I
Also.
gave it a 6.5.
I know.
But he gave the last game a 6.
Yes, I did.
Which may
I'm
not.
being consistent.
Okay, the last game. All right.
And that's all.
Yeah, we're
For
done.
Yeah.
now
Yep.
at the Gamers Table.
Till next week.
Till next week, which probably is a Monday. I'm guessing, unless
Yeah.
someone gets hurt.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bad back. Bad back. Couldn't sit in his chair for.
Days.
Yeah, I can't sit down.
Well, then I could sit down, then I couldn't get up again. It was really not a good thing. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.
See you later.
Alright.
That was synchronized.
Yeah,
Synchronized
you gotta
viewers.
stop doing that.
It's easy to make fun of with all the, Cape Horn, Gate Horn, seaman jokes and San Francisco and all that. But
No,
Racing
actually,
sailing
why?
boats
Because-
full of seamen.
Yes.
he likes to blow people one way and totally screw them.
You start on a wind tile so it can blow you.
No?
So all these innuendo that have come into being for this game.
Come into the game.
Shut up!
No one knows when the Scroll of Doom first appeared in the world of men. It is said that the scroll would grant its possessor unlimited power. To possess it, men have killed and men have died. Now, let me show you how it was.
It's time for Bane to cause some pain!
He is after the Scroll of Doom again.
And I will destroy you!
To possess the Scroll of Doom, men have killed and men have died.